Hello everyone, this is Frank and I'm currently on Funky's RPG and PvP server. This is my valley that I'm currently building in. It's going to be a quest. It's going to be... And that was weird. Okay, let's start that again. This is the Amazonian Valley. Started out as a joke at first, because a little while ago there were some people being a bit mad at each other on the server, and they were throwing the typical insults at each other, which goes by, yeah, people saying pussy, you're such a girl, calling each other woman, and I never quite got that. I never quite got why my sex should be an insult. I am pretty happy with being a woman actually, and I don't see it as something bad. So, me and some other guys, we started up the party Amazonia. Eventually some guys joined, but of course you had to call yourself a woman if you wanted to be in the party. It was, for a while, the biggest party on the server. Yay, much fun. And I decided to make a great quest and a great area for all the mighty Amazons on the server. Yes! Let's get the chat up, just in case anything happens. There there you go. Wow. Yeah, it is wow. So since this is an RPG server, it means that we got plugins. So people can do quests, play quests. And it also means that, look at this, aren't I an amazing builder? Maybe we should look at the other side. It also means that people can create quests and build their areas for the quests, which is a lot of fun. When I started playing Minecraft, I wasn't into building at all. I was really into redstone mainly, and mining. I was completely obsessed with mining. I actually still am. I find it relaxing and wonderful. And the only reason I really got into building was, one, a contest that just, it seemed fun. So I tried out some building in creative. And also, I like setting up towns, I like setting up areas, just because of the stories that form in my head when I do so. And every building has to have a certain story. I enjoy that very, very much. Very much. I've always loved writing stories, drawing up pictures of stories, and all the games that I really enjoyed a lot in my life have been games where I myself can create storylines and maps for people to play on. The first game I stumbled upon in my life where I could do that was Duke Nukem 3D. I was a very young girl then, at that point. So yeah. Maybe not a typical game for girls such as I am, but I could make my own maps and my own stories, so I quite enjoyed it. I also enjoyed click and play. There was also, I remember, something called Windows 3D Movie Maker when I was a kid, where you can make your own movies, but it was fun. What more? A Games Factory, which is like a click and play 2 or click and play 3, I can't remember. RPG Maker, do you guys remember that? That was fabulous. That was fabulous. And ever since I was in kindergarten, my dream job has been to become a comic artist. So I think you can get the idea why I love it. So yeah, about the Amazonian Valley again. Now, now of course, this project didn't entirely start just from that. Amazonia is something that I do like to joke quite a lot about too, and there's a specific reason for this. Because you see, in Sweden, no, not restarting now. Okay, I'll be right back. So we are back. Surveys restarted. Hi. I was talking about more about why I'm doing this Amazonia thing. I do joke quite a lot about Amazonia and Amazons. And actually, when I did start out this English YouTube channel, I had a plan for Let's Play, which I would do some simple plugins for it, and with well, it was going to be called Minecraft Amazonia, and it would be a single player Let's Play, and I would make just a simple mod for it, which would introduce some interesting things like tampoons. The zombies would be turned into annoying drunk guys that dropped beer bottles when they died. The villagers would be frightfully ugly Amazons, and yeah, setting up an empire. This never happened because I was too lazy. I was too lazy to make them all, basically. So yeah, but there's a reason for this, and the reason is that in Sweden, at least, I presume that there's other people in the world as well. Um, there's there's some people call them anti-feminists. In Sweden, they call themselves something entirely else. They do not believe that they are anti-feminist. They believe that. Okay, well, let's get to the point. A lot of them believe in a theory called Amazonia, and the theory Amazonia is based on that, in fact, women steer everything in the whole world. Every government, all the money, all the families, everything. And the main goal is to suppress men and make sure that females will dominate the earth. And yeah, these people, they really do believe in their theory, and there's been especially one well known of them in Sweden. Um, Swedish people watching this will know who it is and laugh a bit. You're welcome. And yes, now I'm not going to mention his name in this video, but a lot of people will know what I'm talking about. Uh, the theories are very silly. I remember one of the theories expressed was that when it was terribly in fashion, the girls should wear suit jackets. He wrote he wrote a column stating that this was a conspiracy from Amazonia. Conspiracy from Amazonia in the fashion industry, trying to make women look more powerful and thus being able to control men more. And then he was whining about, and I can't remember if he was whining about it, but at least there were some people in the comments that were like, "Yes, women should wear skirts." Blah blah blah. I mean, it's so utterly ridiculous. He's like visited a fashion blog, and she was wearing like he even had a picture up. I think it was one of Sweden's most well-known fashion girls, and yeah, she was wearing a suit jacket, and he had a picture of her in that blog, and stated that it was a feminist Amazonia conspiracy to control men. Yeah, that's the level that they are. So naturally, I like making fun of them, and saying that yes, this is Amazonia. I am part of Amazonia. I support Amazonia because it ticks them off so much, and I have great fun. So yeah, I do a lot of joking around with it. But so, what is this going to be about then? I'm going to show you some building, I guess. Here is a ship I'm building. I copied it down there because I just want to see how it worked when it was actually in the water. This is the first ship that I built for many, many, many months. The first time I built a ship, which was also the last time, was when I started actually building bigger things for the contest. So that was pretty long ago now. So I haven't built it in a while. Here's a copy of it when I lowered it into the water, where I found that this thing called skrov in Swedish, which I don't have any clue what's called in English, but you know what it is anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hooray! Um, it is way too low, and this would not be able to float. It would fall over because there's nowhere to put the weights in it. But it doesn't matter because it's pretty. I am quite happy with it, actually, quite happy with it. It's not entirely finished. Um, People who are good at boats and know how they work are probably raging right now, pulling their hair. But I'm going to tell this: control yourself, control yourself. I will build more ships, and hopefully you will be happy with one of them. We have decided that this shall be a meat walrus smuggler, a walrus meat smuggler, meat whatever. And the supplier of this meat will be Dommy the walrus, who needs to make money, so he will, abandon his walrus race, kill them, and give us the meat. It will be great. Um, Now we got player heads supported on this server, which means that you can behead people, and then you can place the heads down. I don't have any head on me, so I can't show it right. I actually have Tommy's head. How perfect! So some of this area will be switched out because we need storage where we put the walrus heads everywhere. Look at this. It's going to be perfect. Now can we place these on top of each other? Of course we can't, but we can make shells. It's going to be fun. Thank you, Domi, for supplying your heads for this wonderful project. And over here we have the Amazonian castle. Now there's been some questions about this because typically you see Amazons as tribes living in the jungle. Now of course this is an all-powerful female race, so of course they will have a mighty city. Of course. Now, as you can see, this castle is a bit derpy at the moment because I actually don't know how to tie it together. I'm hoping that I will find a solution for this and won't have to delete everything I built. If you've seen any of my building videos before, you will know that I am not much of a planner. You will know that I like building the fronts of buildings and then work from there and just, wing it and hope that it will turn out fine. And that is why the insides currently look like this. But I'm hoping I will be able to work it out. Now, we're going to have loads of walls around here. Oh, this is actually... this was going to be the corners of the castle, but they were quite too big, quite didn't fit. So I pasted it in here, in World Edit, and yeah. I will add a bit of more mountain here, so it will be a bit of overhang. I think it could look cool. I think it fits pretty well, if you can imagine it actually being finished and not looking like a failed World Edit move. I think there's going to be some harbors around here, and also some great walls stretching from this side to this side. And of course we're going to have some huge and cool battleships. And maybe some balloons, maybe some flying things, but maybe not, because of the kind of medieval theme on this server. Now, the valley itself, I'm not actually quite sure what to do in it, because I find it very pretty. And the reason I started building here was just because I found it very pretty as it were. And I don't really want to ruin that. I am thinking about building houses into the cliff, like this, like I've done here. Kind of just in this style. I was also thinking about making them in stone, smooth stone, but when I tried it out, that looked a bit boring. So probably a bit like this. And then maybe down here, just, not very many buildings, possibly a few bridges, possibly a few paths, but generally, keep it as it is, because I find it very pretty. Now up here we will probably make some kind of building coming out of the cliff face as well. And up over here we have 2 windmills. This is going to be changed quite a lot. I am happy about the things that cause something that the wind, blah blah blah. This will be rebuilt quite a lot because that doesn't look like it supports it very well, so probably make a bit of a bigger structure out of this and change the top a bit. But overall, happy about the style of it. Now the thought is that maybe have some kind of industrial area over here. Not quite sure yet. And then in this ravine, is it this one? No, it's not. It's this ravine over here, where we currently have a bit of a misshapen crane, I guess. Hello, crane. Hello. We're probably going to have some buildings in here too, coming out of the cliff face, but not entirely sure. Might just have a path like this, just going, all the way, and since there is a crane here, I suppose that we need something down here to actually use the crane for. Is there anything I haven't showed, I wonder? No, not at the moment, I don't think. Except perhaps we do actually have... Oh, my actual home is down there, but that looks like crap. It always does, I always live in a cave. Someone is currently living here, because Funky moved in here. I guess it suits, because, his real name is Nikki, so you could mistake him for a girl, I guess. No, you couldn't mistake him for a girl. It's okay, you can live here. He's welcome. He's welcome. Kind of a bit of a ghetto house, it shows, but, well, anyways. So what I was thinking about this is recording some progress on the buildings and, telling you the stories of every building. What's going to happen in there, and why I got to thinking about it. Possibly tell stories about possible characters on the server. And before I end this, I just want to say one thing. With the quests plugin, we do of course create NPCs. Now, since we don't want anyone to have to install any client-side mods to be able to play on the server, to get the NPCs in, we actually need to find actual players with suitable skin for it. Maybe suitable name too, I don't quite know, maybe you can change the names. That's going to be a bit of an issue. To find proper looking Amazons for the Amazon Valley, that is going to be a huge issue. I searched for some Amazon skins. What I found was these, girls with, extremely big anime eyes, like, not at all like my skin, which people in general do not consider feminine enough for some reason, just because I don't have huge eyes and don't have long hair, I guess. But I was looking around for skins, and I only found these girls that looked, brainless, with huge eyes, and terribly little clothing, and that is not how I want my Amazons to look. So, I don't know if you happen to have an awesome female skin that does not look like that. Oh, hello, Sand. How are you doing today? I'm quite happy. Thank you. There's a huge kiss in the sky. So, if you happen to have one, just send me your username if you'd like to be a character in this, and I'll check it out. Might be fun, right? Yeah. That would also be... Okay, that would also be quite fun. And let's end it here. Okay, I hope that you will like watching this. I do believe I will love recording it. I will... And yeah, this is Frank.